Hello and welcome to the Boss House. My name is Bo and I am a bonus mom of 3, budgeting by Paycheck and trying to get out of about $22,000 worth of debt. My life is pretty chaotic and I don't share bank accounts, so I pay most of the expenses and my partner pays most of the bills, and he pays everything for what his kids need too. So if that's something that interests you, or you just like to see a slightly different kind of budget, and subscribe and like and all the things. Okay, so let's get started. This video is going to be the wrap up for the second paycheck of January, which actually for me is going to go up until February 1st because I got paid today. So this is the wrap up for that. Let's get started. Last time I checked in was on the 26th, and the Spotify was still pending on the 26th, but somehow it turned up, like once it went through, it had the date of the 24th. But anyway, so that came out technically on the 24th, but it was for some reason still pending when I checked it. But then on the 27th, I had a hot dog at Costco. I got gas, and I paid for parking at a children's hospital. Me and my partner took one of his kids to the hospital, to the ER for his eczema. He has pretty bad eczema, especially on his hands and his feet. And he'd scratched so bad that we didn't think it was safe for him to go to school. So we took him to the hospital. I had to pay $12 for parking. I did not have an option. So, and then on the next day, I also had a hot dog at Costco because I drove Lyft and that's what I normally do. On the 30th, I got fuel, which was $50, and then I paid for my train. I did decide, after all, that I'm gonna have that as a bill instead of putting it in my fuel, in my fuel budget, I guess. So yeah, that was $75, and then on the 1st, I paid an extra amount to Chase because I had money left in my budget. So that was that, and I just want to go over how this ended up with my budget. So paycheck ended up being more than expected, because of course it was, because I budget for the worst check that I've had at my job. So my paycheck was $1154.90. I got that $20.76 cash back that I used to buy Ethernet cable for the house. Took $10 from savings and $40 from rollover because this TSI bill was late. Came out of my account later than expected. So that left my inflow at $1225.66. Paid my minimum payment for Chase, $53, car wash, $17.99, Spotify, $10.89, renter's insurance, $19.99, which actually is going up next month, or going up this month. Car insurance, $232.36, which is also going up this month by a significant portion. So I'm gonna have to rebalance my budget. I'm gonna have to change my sinking funds around so that I can afford this, basically. YouTube did not actually come out. It's still pending. So I am rolling that money over to next paycheck. TSI came out when it was supposed to come out last paycheck, and the train for $75. And TSI is always $50. So that was a total of $459.23 for my fixed expenses, which left me with $766.43. And then I only spent $221.08 in fuel, $143 in groceries, because actually I took the time to subtract the amount that I unstuffed. I usually don't do that, but I really wanted to send more money to Chase. So I freed up that money in my budget, basically, by actually subtracting the amount that I unstuffed. Dining out was $11. Parking was $12. I didn't put this into any of my categories because it was unbudgeted, and I didn't want to take it out of any of my sinking funds. I just want, like, if I do unbudgeted spends that don't exactly fit into a category, or especially if I use a card, like I used a card to pay for this, I just leave it on its own and we're just dealing with it. So that was that. Brought my variable expenses to $387.08, which was less than I normally that I budgeted, which left me with $379.35. I set aside $40 for medication as expected, $19.08 for home supply because, again, I subtracted the amount. I subtracted what I unstuffed, basically. But yeah, I subtracted the amount that I unstuffed because the Ethernet cable that I bought, I bought that online. I bought that on Amazon. So it'll make sense when you look at the cash breakdown. But yeah, I subtracted that. And then Cerberus, I did set aside the 40. Registration and license, I set aside 60. Penny challenge was 30.11. $1,000 challenge was 45 as expected, which brought my sinking fund total to 234.19, which left me with 145.16. Then I decided to send Chase 95.16, which left me with $50. I sent $24 to my emergency fund, which I have not put in the envelope yet. And then my, that left me with $26, which I am setting aside for YouTube. It's kind of weird because YouTube Premium is supposed to be $23, but last time I paid it, it was $25.06, and I didn't really understand what was going on with that, so I set aside $26 for this time, but it'll probably be $23. I don't know. We'll see what happens when it finally clears on my card. So that left me with $26, and that is that's basically what is happening with this budget. I don't know if you want to look at this, at the actual tracker, but basically all I did was I highlight whether things they help me function, like bad things will happen if I don't pay it, so that's work. Play is what I want to have fun with or what makes life, more pleasant. And then grow is anything that contributes to my financial stability. So I just try to look at this as I want to see less pink than blue and green, basically. I want to go for as much green as possible. I don't highlight the cash stuffing because that's going to be a mixed category. But then if you look at the cash, you can see I didn't contribute to anything fun, unfortunately. I'm working and I'm working on stability is basically how this turned out to be. But as you can see, I unstuffed some money in the last thing. I don't do things as strictly as I probably should, just because if I act like I have less money left over, it lets me kind of fake like I'm spending more money than I am, and that's how I built my buffer. But if you have any suggestions, questions, if any of this doesn't make sense, if I messed up my math, please let me know. And I hope you have a great day on purpose. Here's a reminder that you deserve financial stability. Yes, you deserve to have fun, you deserve to treat yourself, but you also deserve to know that you can pay all your bills. I love you, and I hope you have a wonderful day on purpose. Bye.